Hi guys, my name is Stephanie and Baraka is not here and I'm free, Baraka is not here. So today we just decided to have a personal sit down on like how life has been before even getting to that point of marriage, and even like how marriage has changed as how marriage has changed me. Yeah. So first and foremost, I met Baraka while I was done with my form four. Yeah, so he was fresh from university. Yeah, he had finished campus, and I had finished form four. So that's where we met. We met in church. He was a keyboardist, and I used to sing praise and worship, and that's how we met. So yeah, he asked me to be his girlfriend at first. At first, I refused, but yeah, later on I came to just give in and I accepted. So, like, remember, I was fresh from high school, he's fresh from campus, he's still living with his parents, I'm still living with my parents, and I have to go to campus. So in the year 20, was it 2018 or 2019? I joined college, so I went to college. Still, while I was in college, there was that, far from heart, far from sight. So, but still, he would really, really, really try that. Like we are just in touch. He will call, he will message, he would, you know, just look like he'll just look for me. Yeah. So, uh, unfortunately, Corona happened. So when Corona happened, I didn't want to be locked in Nairobi, so I came to Mombasa quickly. I rushed to Mombasa. I was still continuing with college, but online now. So at least when I came back to Mombasa, we were like at least now we were close. Now we will meet. He will take me out. He will, you know. I remember even like I was the one who pushed him to just you need to just take a step of faith and move out of your parents' house. I know at that point maybe alikuwa naona what is this girl talking about, but God is good and God is very good, because I didn't understand how he would where he was living. It was really really far, like you have to take what until you get there. So and he got a job somewhere very very far. So I was like, why can't you just take that money and just live somewhere close, whereby even if it's somewhere you use uh, public transport, you won't have to use so much money. Just move somewhere close where you can use at least maybe at least just a small amount of fare. So he agreed. So there's this day he took me to his work. I had never been to where he was working. He took me to where he was working. My friend, I was really surprised. It was. I had never seen anything like that. So after that, he took me to his house. And I parked and this is where I live, blah blah blah. And then it was really late. I think it was around 5 to 5:30. Yeah. So I'm like, I need to go home, really. So imagine I see this guy removing money from his wallet and giving me like somehow my matao, and then and I'm like, what's this money for? And he was like, this is my salary. Hey, let me take it. I'm like, why are you giving me a salary? Why are you giving me a salary? It's you as your work hand for this. As a matter of fact, don't give me the can just give me a small amount of money, then the rest, just keep it for your expenses, for the rent, for food, for fare, etc. But at that particular time, I was really, really, like nobody has ever given me that much money. Sija. Like even in my whole life, sikuwa nimeshika hizo, sikuwa nimeshika pesa nyingi hivyo. That was my first time. Apart from zile pesa za kulipa school fees nini, I had never seen such, like sikuwa nimeona pesa nyingi hivyo. So after that, we continued. Corona happened. You know, unfortunately, he lost his job. So yeah, during that time, it was a difficult time, I think, for him. I think he has elaborated more fast. So yeah, Corona happened. I managed to finish my what? Yeah, I managed to graduate and finish my course. Yeah, so life continued. Life became really, really hard. I started some small business here and there. It didn't work. I got a job somewhere, but the payment and everything, like everything was just pressure and pressure and pressure. So I decided to just go back home to Nakuru. At that point, we had moved to Nakuru, so I decided to go back home to Nakuru and live with my parents. At least that way, I wouldn't have to struggle or, you know. So I decided to go back home, and yeah, back home it wasn't that easy. Yeah, it wasn't that easy back home because, you know, I started a business. My aunt introduced me to this place where you can go and sell clothes. I started selling clothes. The first time I sold, and then I was like, this is it. But now, as people get to know you, kuna venye, alafu pia there are some people who come maybe with the same products you're selling, pia wanakuja nazo, so unaona like the competition became very stiff. So it reached a point whereby umeenda unauza, but not that much. So at this moment, I would still talk to Baraka. He would encourage me, babe, do these things, pray, everything will be okay. So one time I was like, me maisha huku I'm not feeling it anymore. So maybe probably I come to Mombasa and look for a job. At that point, I had saved some little money. It was very, very little. The money that I was getting from staying in that place. So I had saved some money. I came back to Mombasa. So he helped me. At least I got a place to stay. Yeah, so at least for that month, he paid my rent, he paid my deposits, and I still had this petty cash, so I would use it for food. And that's how I started my life again in Mombasa. I started job hunting. Luckily, I got a job at a very, very nice place. Like the place was very nice. I got a job. Up to now, I'm still doing that job at that place. Yeah, so probably that's how life was. Like during this time, even before we got into marriage. To be honest, like for me, I was telling him like about relationships. My mind has never been until I'll settle down, I'll get married, or do this and that. Like for me, I just live I live for today. I don't live for tomorrow. Yeah. So that has never even crossed my mind. I was like, ah, maybe when I reach 30 years, you go. But for now, it's just date. So to continue the life, Dogo is telling me, let's get married. And I'm like, no, wait. Yeah, so like even during that whole process of going home, of getting married, it's like I was just living a dream. I'm like, can you just wake me up? I'm dreaming. Because like I have never thought of that. But who is God? God is very faithful. So after marriage, our life really, like, I can tell you, after marriage our life really changed. I don't know why. It was never the same. The way like the way he used to live on his own and the way I used to live on my own, it was never the same. Like when we joined, life really changed. I think that's why the Bible is saying that two are better than one. I don't know. Life really changed, and we really thank God. We have seen God in our lives. We were like, is this really us? Is this really ours? Is this money really ours? Like sometimes we even get money and we can't even believe it. Of course, there are those times that you really you are really financially like down. You're very down. You don't even have money. But immediately after we got married, for those first few months, we were really blessed. God really blessed us. We never suffered financially. We never suffered. We never, like, it was very smooth. I can tell you it was a very smooth journey, and we really thank God for that, because at least we started off well. So even in marriage, there are those mistakes we make. Maybe there might be those financial mistakes we make. For example, like back then, we had not like gotten that, maybe a certain amount of money hatujaipata, and then sayo tumepata. So like our financial decisions is just like, let's buy this, let's do this even. But right now we have really learned. We have really learned from our mistakes, more so on financial. We have really learned a lot. Like right now, things are like, if we get maybe a specific or a certain amount of money, we can be able to slow down at least a little bit and not just buying and spending, sending and doing what. Yeah, because here, remember, still in marriage, kuna kupata na kuna kukosa. There are those days you really don't have, hamna hata mtu akushika hivi akutingize hivi, hata hakuna bobi na mkajua hamna. But there are those days, yeah, like we are really financially okay. And all in all, we thank God, we give thanks to God. Tunamshukuru kwa sababu yeye ndo anatupatia, na bado pia yeye pia ndo naona ni vyema maybe hawa watu nikapatia sahi na hivi tunapatia this particular time. So that's the much I can say. And another thing about my husband, something that has I've really changed is, I don't know how, like, I enjoy watching YouTube nowadays. Back in those days, I never used to watch YouTube. Maybe I watched TikTok, Facebook, and that's all. But right now, I really enjoy watching YouTube, watching series. I even my friends can testify I didn't like movies, but right now I can sit down and watch a whole series with him. So yeah. And one thing I love about my husband is that he's very prayerful. He's very humble and very willing to help. He's very willing to help. This guy, like when you just tell him, oh, he just yani hivyo tu atajitolea tu hivyo hivyo. It doesn't matter if it's financially, it doesn't matter if you want him to be there for you at that particular time, even if it's hata kama ni saa za usiku, wherever you are, he will come. And that's one thing I love about him. Something else I love about him is that he's really loving and caring. And nowadays he has really become a clean freak. Squeezy. Baraka hataki kuwa na uchafu. Anyway, that's for the better, at least. And something else, he really challenges me. This guy will, like, he will wake up in the middle of the night and he will pray. What? Yes, I do pray, but yeye saa sita ashaamka, saa sita za usiku ashaamka ameenda kuomba, saa 10 ashaamka ameenda kuomba, asubuhi ashaomba. Like, that's one thing I really admire about him. He usually says that I'm prayerful, but I don't think I'm prayerful more than him. Yeah, so that has been our journey that has been the Baraka journey. Msitoni hapa mkasema oh nini we we have really come from far, and it has only taken God's hand to be where we are today. And we really thank God. We don't take it for granted. Sorry. We really thank God. We really adore and honor Him. As a matter of fact, God, I don't know. Anyway, that's it for today. So, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to this channel. Very soon we'll be seeing new things, new content, and yeah. So, bye.